Totally agree. Great advice to any aspiring wrestlers out there. Get trained by someone who's been to the dance, or at least maybe won a belt somewhere. How about that?
Right. Kevin Knight, to that point, both of you were making, trained under the late Buddy Wayne, but then also under Katsuyori Shibata in the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA dojo.
Yeah, and he spent, I was talking to Kevin earlier, he spent a little bit of time towards the tail end, with some of the Hearts as far as training. So he's got a lot of respect for the Hart family and the Hart dojo, the dungeon.
And speaking of the Hearts,
as we all do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As we kick off the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament, to learn more about the mission and the message of the Owen Hart Foundation, go to owenhartfoundation.org. As Kevin Knight getting an early advantage here on Will Ospreay, much to the chagrin of the partisan Philadelphia crowd.
Oh, nice inverted Tomonagi version of a monkey flip, which I'm speaking of as speaking in judo terms. Maybe going for a gavotte here or a snapmare.
Snapmare, and Knight accelerates to the ropes now. Sliding shot there, taking Ospreay down. Now Knight, the leg hooked. And if this is your first opportunity at seeing Kevin Knight compete, JR, he has a tremendous leaping ability, which he puts to good use.
Yeah, he sure does. And I was talking to Nigel McGuinness before we came out here tonight, and Nigel's very high on Kevin Knight, and that's good enough for me.
Oh, the Trump hat. The Trump hats.
Coming in hot with the big boot. Knight spills to the floor.
Ospreay extremely explosive. Beware, Mr. Knight.
And Ospreay over the top. Knight landed hard, back of his head, colliding with the ramp at ringside.
Hard to impact. That's the one thing that we can't disregard is the impact created by Will Ospreay. Who many consider, before our very eyes here tonight in Philly, the best in the world.
And Ospreay, you'll have an opportunity to prove it. We cover here. Vital press. Ospreay, he's got his sights already set on All In Texas coming up July 12th, where the winner of the Owen Hart Foundation men's and women's tournament will challenge for the AEW World Championship and the AEW Women's World Championship. But he cannot afford to look past this absolutely loaded tournament field. Ospreay punishing the chest of Kevin Knight with those chops. Knight, who, as I mentioned 8 days ago, debuted as part of the AEW roster in a battle with Switchblade Jay White. White used those chops to bloody the chest of Kevin Knight. And that is a fact, Taz, that is not lost on Will Ospreay.
Oh, of course not. It shouldn't be. Right now, Knight's caught an abdominal stretch, and now the knuckles, JR, right in the intercostals, the rib area, that hurts.
Damn right it does, and I can remember that all the way back to my grammar school days.
A nice hip toss to escape out by Kevin Knight, but Ospreay once again returns to the chop. And Knight set into the corner, coming back out.
Both men trying to gain an advantage, and neither have done so thus far.
Yeah, you're right, Jared. It's been kind of even Steven for the most part. Good quickness by Knight.
And Knight accelerates with the lariat.
He got up so quickly, didn't Knight? And regathered himself.
Got to stay focused on Ospreay. That little bit of hesitation kind of looked at the audience get hurt, but that inverted splash right there looked great.
Yeah, UFO splash by Kevin Knight, too. Ospreay fires that right shoulder up off the mat.
He did that same maneuver on Dynamite, I believe, Excalibur this past Wednesday. Very impressive. Man hops, as the kids said back 15 years ago, I think.
2025, whatever.
I don't think they're saying that anymore.
Who's counting?
Exactly.
After we take a look at the jump out of the gym leaping ability of Kevin Knight. It's not just the vertical leap, it's the control in the air, just like Ospreay demonstrated with the Stundog Millionaire.
Control in the air and the impact. Let's not forget the impact.
And Ospreay, that corkscrew kick. Knight, though, this time his turn to fire that right shoulder up.
Knight showing a lot of toughness there, kicking out of a high-impact deal right there by Ospreay.
And Ospreay, that big elbow strike, the hidden blade, has won him matches around the world. Could this be his first step toward claiming the AEW World Championship later this summer?
Boy, he has evolved into a major star before our very eyes.
Will Ospreay looking for the hidden blade.
Up and over. The hidden blade.
Went for the hidden blade. That wasn't so hidden, so Knight saw it.
Oh, Ospreay showing his agility and control. Oh,
That's
that might have been the throat.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Ospreay standing switch, German suplex. Maintains control.
Yeah, Toni was trying to roll through with the German Ospreay, but Knight smart enough to elbow his way out of it.
Chops to the chest once again. Knight leaping up, drop kick, catching Ospreay right in the jaw.
Stiff drop kick, to say the very least.
Get moving, Kevin. Get moving, man. You got him. You got Ospreay hurt. No, maybe not.
Nice Spanish fly counter by Will Ospreay, but the toll of the physicality evident on both competitors.
So important. Each man trying to advance here in this tournament. You see that Spanish fly, as you pointed out, Excalibur. Knight really took it off.
JR, you talked about the experience, the wrestling resume of Will Ospreay, a man that's held championships around the world. This is Kevin Knight's first opportunity on a big stage like this. I mean, how do you rate his performance thus far?
He's doing very well. He's toe-to-toe with Will Ospreay. This is a hell of a starter for tonight's broadcast. Hell of a starting match.
Remember, we have two more Owen Hart Foundation tournament matches to come up tonight. Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher in the men's tournament, and Mercedes Monet, the CEO and the former TBS champion, Julia Hart.
That'll be a good one. That'll be a real good one.
This control held by Ospreay.
Well, like you said, I think we were saying this, both these men held IWGP Junior Gold in the past, like the late great Owen Hart, Excalibur.
Yeah, Owen Hart is a big fixture in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Division. It's under 100 kilograms or 220 pounds.
He was one of the stars there. I think Owen really got his start. He got his push, shall we say.
Yeah, I mean, Jushin Thunder Liger really brought out the best in one another as junior heavyweight competitors. But
I call some of those matches back in the day, as the kids say. Back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Four-arm shots left and right here. Both men with wrist control. It's physical, guys.
got Knight ratcheting up the intensity. Now the wind-up and the elbow strike. Ospreay goes down in a heap.
Now you got to capitalize. Now you got to go for something that finds yourself in a pinning predicament.
Reversal. And Knight ducked the chop attempt. Ospreay may have telegraphed that. Oh, but Knight, so dangerous, those drop kicks.
Great match. Absolutely outstanding contest.
Waiting boot by Ospreay. Whoa, Knight, a flat-footed leap into a workaround to the seated Will Ospreay on the top.
Excalibur, you mentioned earlier the leaping ability of Kevin Knight, and that's proof in the pudding right there.
I think you're going to see more of that right now, JR. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, you don't get the moniker of the Jet for being grounded as Knight. Showed some inventive offense there.
And get him in the ring. Kevin Knight, get Ospreay in the ring and quickly do something or go for a cover. You got him hurting a bit.
The second or third time, Taz, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen a follow-up with Kevin Knight. And he, as Excalibur pointed out, he may be a little starstruck here tonight. Big crowd.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, Ospreay. Looking for a powerbomb. But no, wait a second.
Oh, my God.
Knight inverted.
Oh, my God. Ospreay's going to...
Oh, you see Kevin Knight, he's trying to bring his arms into his chest. And, oh, no! What a counter.
Awesome DDT counter.
Ospreay was looking for the Styles Clash when the powerbomb wasn't there for him. And Knight, using that core strength, pulled himself up and landed a DDT on Ospreay.
Now we'll survey the subsequent damage that has been inflicted on both men.
Let's see how this landing went for the unfortunate Will Ospreay in his skull. This is an awesome counter you're about to see here by Kevin Knight right here. Oh, God, right on top of
His skull
Yeah.
and the neck, which by Ospreay's own admission has been compromised.
Sure thing. And after we saw him do in Los Angeles at our last interview with
Kyle Fletcher in the steel cage. Yeah. But right now, Kevin Knight, he may advance to the second round by virtue of the Will Ospreay countout.
That'd be a massive upset, in my opinion. Count out or not.
Agreed.
For Aubrey Edwards, up to 7 now. 8.
I don't blame Knight trying to get the count out. Here he comes, though.
And I'm not so sure. He's not going to look back on that and say, I should have stayed in the ring and see if I could have gotten the count out.
Well, now Knight perhaps smelling the blood in the water. Moving with purpose.
Oh, the DT.
Spikes Ospreay. He covers. And he advances. No.
Well, it shows you how tough Ospreay is to kick out of a second DDT. One on the outside, one here, but you're correct. Excalibur, the sense of urgency was amped up by Kevin Knight at the right time now.
But Knight needs to continue that sense of urgency, JR. We know how resilient Ospreay can be.
It takes a lot to keep Ospreay down. His resilience and his tenacity are amazing.
Knight looking for that springboard lariat inside the ring. Ospreay floats over.
Wow, Ospreay down.
Powerbomb, no. Knight covers down.
Chain offensive wrestling.
Counter. And Ospreay barely kicks out.
What do you say, Kevin Knight? Welcome to the party.
They are on their feet here in Philadelphia. And this is just the opening bout.
That kick really blasted Knight.
Oscutter.
Oh, well, Ospreay looking for the Oscutter.
Get that cover, man. Get that cover. No, he's got something else in mind, though.
Could be looking for that big UFO splash off the top rope.
If he hits it, this match might be over.
You are correct, Taz.
Knight finds his punch. The splash. There it is.
But the impact got him. Get that cover.
1, 2, 3. Oh, again, Ospreay.
Ospreay resilient as hell. And this young kid must be thinking, what do I have to do to beat this man?
Yeah, if you're Kevin Knight, you got to get locked in. You can't get frustrated that Ospreay is showing this insane resiliency, which is well documented. But this is a beautiful deal here. Look at the height, to your point, Excalibur, of Kevin Knight.
Both of these men spent time in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the past. This is their first one-on-one meeting. And
Oscutter.
What anticipation by Ospreay. Oh, Knight. The backslide, the high step. No.
Man, Ospreay's going to put 2 or 3 offensive moves together and get into a pinning situation.
Styles Clash.
And now it's Kevin Knight's turn to surprise Ospreay, but Ospreay, he's on
Another Oscutter.
He is. After that, nice kick out there. Oof.
Long near falls, close near falls. Less than a second away from Ospreay securing a victory and a damn hard.
Oh, the blade.
now the cover. 2.
Yes!